Welcome everybody to another episode of Shot in the Dark. I am your host, John Siino Evil. Let's get right down to it. AEW Dark Elevation. They start the show by announcing that Hikaru Shida and Emi Sakura have been announced to be in the Casino Battle Royal at the buy-in for All Out. Match number 1, Daniel Garcia defeated the debuting Tyler Sullivan in seconds by submission with a sharpshooter where he bends all the way back. Jora Joe gets his first win here, defeating Cal Hero easily with a pump kick. Matt Hardy comes out with Joe and tries to steal the spotlight during his entrance. Emi Sakura defeated Ashley Dumois. Sakura comes out with Lulu Pencil, who's from the Gato Move Pro Wrestling, one of Emi's students. Credit to WH Park for informing me on who this is. Sakura wins with a double underhook into a backbreaker. Nyla Rose and Diamante defeated Big Swole and Julia Hart. Rose got the pin on Julia Hart after the Beast Bomb, and Diamante takes out Swole on the outside with a steel chain. Matt Hardy's backstage with Joe and says that he's proud of him, and that's how they do it in the HFO, and Matt Hardy wants to tell everybody in India that AEW will be shown there soon. So Matt Hardy tells Joe to translate that he's going to make so much money in India, but Joe just pretty much says that Matt is a big head, or has a big head, and he's just a little overexcited. Dante Martin defeated the debuting Adam Grace. Martin gets the win easily with a neckbreaker drop on the current ACW Heavyweight Champion Grace. Thunder Rosa defeated the debuting Laney Luck. Rosa wins easily with the Fire Thunder Driver. We go backstage where Jade Cargill's with Mark Sterling. Jade says that she doesn't really want to talk, so she lets Sterling talk, and he says how Jade is going to make history and win the Casino Battle Royal, but she does chime in and say that always bet on that bitch. Brian Cage defeated Anthony Bowens with the Drill Claw. Bowens hung in there a little bit, and after the match, Hook ran out to the ring to distract Cage while Hobbs gets in the ring and hits the town business, and Ricky Starks was there as well, talking trash in the microphone. Hikaru Shida defeated the Heather Reckless, who is 0-1 here. Shida starts making fun of the much smaller Reckless, but she wins easily with the Falcon Arrow. Sammy Guevara and Fuego del Sol versus Chaos Project in the main event. This is the first time that Sammy and Fuego have been teaming up, but obviously they have a friendship here with the vlog as well as being best friends. And Sammy gets the pin on Luther after hitting the GTH. Him and Fuego definitely had the crowd behind them for this one. We go to Tuesday's AEW Dark. This is actually from the United Center tapings back when CM Punk debuted in Chicago. And they start this show by announcing that Kiera Hogan is also in the Casino Battle Royale. Chris Statland defeated the debuting Celine Gray extremely fast here with the Big Bang Theory. Joey Janela defeated Robert Anthony. It's Anthony's first match in AEW since July 2020. I know it was a big deal for him to perform in the United Center with him being from Chicago. He does get a little bit of offense here, but Janela wins with the DVD. And after the match, we see the debut of Janela's new muscle, Kayla Rossi, a fitness athlete who's been training to wrestle recently. She came in and gave Anthony a powerbomb. Emi Sakura defeated Laney Luck easily with the senton. They said that Sakura has come over here to the US with a one-way ticket, and not only is she going to wrestle, but she's going to help train the talent as well. The Men of the Year, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky, defeated Matt Fitchett and GPA. GPA is also known as Jeffrey Percival Austere. And Fitchett, him and Fitchett have both been indie veterans for about over a decade now. Fitchett's best known as one half of the final Evolved Tag Team Champions, the besties in the world with Davey Vega. Page pins Fitchett after the Eagle's Edge. Frankie Kazarian defeated Sir Pentacle with the crossface chicken wing. And Layla Hirsch defeated the debuting Blair Onyx. Onyx is also from Moscow, Russia. She even did like a spider crawl at some point, kind of like Abaddon. But Hirsch wins in under a minute with a cross arm breaker. 2.0 get another win over Travis Titan and Jason Hotch. Jeff Parker pins Titan after the 2 for the show. The Bunny gets a win over Sierra. She's also making her debut. She's actually the current OVW Women's Champion, but Bunny makes quick work with her with Down the Rabbit Hole. Ty Conti defeated Heather Reckless. Reckless attacked Conti before the bell even rang, but she paid for it as Conti destroys her in about a minute with the DD tie. QT Marshall gets a win over Evil Uno. Uno actually came out by himself with no Dark Order, so they're still talking about, the fact that Evil Uno is having a little disagreement with the Dark Order. But because he had no backup, this causes Uno to be attacked outside by Dick Camarado and Aaron Solo. So QT Marshall does get the win after the Diamond Cutter. In the main event, PAC defeated Matt Sydal. Andrade and Chavo were actually on commentary for this match, and halfway through the match, they kind of get up and get in PAC's face. But they go back in commentary. This is definitely the best match of the show. I would definitely check it out. And this is actually the rubber match, as they have fought before in Ring of Honor as well as Rev Pro. PAC does get the win with the Brutalizer. We go to NXT UK, where we start off with Eva Valkyrie defeating Ginny in a no disqualification match, while Joseph Connors is trapped in a shark cage. Plenty of tables, chairs, laptops being used here, but Valkyrie gets the win. Gets her win back after losing to Ginny a couple weeks ago by hitting a driver on top of the chair for the win. A male comes in and tries to challenge Michael Satomura for a rematch in the backstage, but Amelia McKenzie gets in her way and says that a male has to go through her first before she gets to Micah. We get a quick video with Isla Dragunov recapping his title win and what the future looks like for NXT UK. We go to another match in the Heritage Cup tournament. Kenny Williams defeated Oliver Carter. Kenny gets the first fall with a sunset flip in round 2. Oliver comes back with a pin in round 3 with a scissor kick. And the finish came when Kenny gets the referee distracted by pulling off a turnbuckle pad and hitting Oliver with a steel water bottle for the pin. So Kenny will go on to face Noam Dar in the second round. We see Nina Samuels, who walks into Sis Scala's office, where she finds out that she has to face Blair Davenport next week, and she's not too happy about that. We get another Isla vignette with her collecting hairs. I know a couple weeks ago she had Amelia McKenzie's hair, and now she has Danny Luna's hair. So Isla Dawn is just the hair collector. We get a promo video for Teomon versus Nathan Frazier, which is going to be next week for the Heritage Cup tournament. And the main event in a knockout or submission only match, Rampage Brown defeated Joe Coffey. This match had a little bit of a more MMA look, I guess you can say. A different type of mat. Instead of having the 3 pads in the corners, it was one giant single pad. And they fight all over the studio for this match. About 20 minutes here brawling. But Brown does win with a Dr. Bomb and repeated strikes to the face. And after the match, Joe Coffey shows a little bit of frustration. NWA Powerrr, this comes off of the Empower and the 73 anniversary show from St. Louis at the Chase. So these tapings are actually from the Chase as well. So we finally get a crowd for NWA Powerrr. The show starts with an interview with Camille and Tom Latimer, who complain about the matches they got put in at Empower and NWA 73. And then the new NWA champion Trevor Murdoch comes in and addresses that Nick Aldis is taking a sabbatical and he won't be here this week, but no matter what he may personally think of Aldis, at the end of the day, he respects him and how he represented the title, and maybe one day they can talk it out like men. He ends by thanking all the fans for allowing him to do what he has done and to make NWA 73 special. May Valentine's with the winners of the Champions Series, Colby Corino, the Pope, and Jax Dane. The Masked Mystery Man, Sion, was not there. He refused to speak. Corino and the Pope don't really have an answer on who they're going to challenge for the Championship Series, but Jax Dane says that Trevor Murdoch says that they will be someone bigger and badder, and Jax teased about possibly going after that title. Kyle Davis brought up the fact that his former partner Crimson might actually get it away after Jax Dane turned on him at 73. Kiera Hogan defeated Sky Blue. After the match, Kiera Hogan gets a Mickie James face, who she was actually ringside doing commentary. She really didn't say anything negative about Kiera Hogan, so I'm not sure what Kiera heard, but obviously it looks like they're leading to a match between Kiera and Mickie James. Actually, we will prefer Kiera Hogan in NWA opposed to AEW right now. I know she's going to be in the Casino Battle Royale, but I feel like NWA might be a little bit better for her to kind of work on her art a little bit before going to AEW. Taryn Terrell, Genocide, and Paola Blaze are being interviewed about losing the 6-woman match at NWA 73. And they say the only reason they lost was because of Lady Frost, which prompted NWA Women Tag Team Champions, the Hex, Allysin Kay, and Marty Bell to come out and said that Frost did nothing. They did all the work. She just came in and got the win. Then Paola Blaze gets in Marty Bell's face and asks for a title shot, but they said that she doesn't deserve them yet. So they make a singles match instead between Blaze and Marty Bell, and they both kind of get into each other's faces and start speaking Spanish to each other. Paola Blaze is the former Paola Mayfield, who people might recognize from 90 Day Fiancé. The new Tag Team Champions Rebellion come out as well during this, since they are all, and they kind of sided with the Hex since they are all champions together. We go to an NWA Tag Team Tournament qualifying match as the Rude Dudes, El Rudo, who is also Sam Adonis, teams up with Nick Stanley to defeat the Ill Begotten, which is Rush Freeman and Captain Yuma. Stanley pins Freeman for this match. They mentioned that the Tag Team Tournament will include 9 teams, and the winner gets to fight La Rebellion. So we go to La Rebellion. They mentioned the other 8 teams of the Tag Team Tournament will include Mims and Sal Renaro, the Big Strong Boys, JTG and Colby Corino, Jordan Clearwater and Sion, the Masked Mystery Man, The End, Hawks Airy, Slice Boogie and Marcia Rocket, and Aaron Stevens and Kratos. Mecha Wolf pretty much starts saying how after they fought a hard-fought match to win these titles, they're just going to have to defend them against the winners of this tournament. So they said that until there is a team to fight them, they're just going to go to Mexico, and they won't come back till there is some real competition. Chris Adonis and Melina start making their way to the podium next, where Adonis says that it's a shame that Melina isn't on tonight's show, and Melina starts talking trash about Camille, and she says that she wished that Camille would never speak, which is odd since Adonis is in strictly business with Camille. And he's actually wearing Nick Aldis' jacket, which is a little interesting. And then James Mitchell and Judias come in. Judias is the former Murphy from TNA. And he tells Adonis to enjoy his national title while he still can, because Judias is the #1 contender. Adonis tells them to bring it, but they walk away. Kenzie Page defeated Chelsea Green with a roll-up. It was a very surprising upset here. But after the match, Chelsea starts transforming into her old hot mess gimmick, and she starts showing the spear and makeup and everything. So that might be the storyline they're presenting here. James Storm gets interviewed and says that he stayed a free agent through the pandemic as his family is more important than money for him, and he used this time to spend with his kids. Austin Idol interrupted and says that Tyrus is ready to defend his title against his own hand-picked opponent, which Jordan Clearwater thinks is him, but he comes out with Black Cheese, and Black Cheese takes the spot instead, as Jordan Clearwater is a little bit upset. So for the TV title, Tyrus defeated Black Cheese, and in about seconds, destroys him with the heart punch. We go to 205 Live, where Drake Maverick was actually on commentary for the first match, which is Grayson Waller versus Andre Chase. Waller does win with the float over stomp, and it looks like Drake was scouting Waller, which does make sense because they did team up on NXT right after. Ikem and Jiro defeated Trey Baxter in the main event with an inside cradle. Baxter actually got busted up a little bit here. This is Baxter's 205 Live debut. On New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong, the new stable of Bateman, Barrett Brown, and Mysterioso are now known as the Stray Dog Army, and they defeated Adrian Quest, the DKC, in Wheeler, Utah. Bateman gets the pin on DKC after a tombstone pile driver. Carl Fredericks defeated Alexander James with the Manifest Destiny, giving James his first loss in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And the main event was Juice Robinson, Leo Rush, Brody King, and Chris Dickinson defeated Team Filthy, which is Tom Lawler, JR Kratos, Royce Isaacs, and Jorel Nelson. Dickinson makes Nelson submit with the STF, and after the match, Juice Robinson was being interviewed backstage, but he gets attacked by Hikuleo, and he gets put right through a table. We go to Ring of Honor, where we have the women's tournament quarterfinals here, as Angelina Love defeated Max the Impaler by disqualification after Max wouldn't let go of a chokehold on the ropes, so Love goes on to fight Roxy in the semifinals. And the other quarterfinal match, Trish Adora defeated Allysin Kay with the Lariat Tubman in a really good 13-minute match here. I definitely recommend this match. Adora goes to face Miranda Alizé in the semifinals as well. And the main event for the Ring of Honor TV title, Dragon Lee defeated Eli Isom with the Incinerator knee in a very good main event here, with Isom coming very close a couple times. On WWE main event, Jeff Hardy defeated Shelton Benjamin, and the Viking Raiders defeated the Lucha House Party. And the WWE Network Conditions of the Week, Progress Chapter 119, and another episode of ICW Fight Club. I would definitely check out my reports on postwrestling.com this week for NWA 73, as well as the Empower show. The Empower was the all-female show. Very good show, very good matches from Deonna Purrazzo and Melina. 73 was good as well. Ric Flair's speech, if you guys haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. It was like 10 minutes long with a live mic. Ric Flair pretty much thanking a lot of people from Vince McMahon to Tony Khan and kind of talking about the state of wrestling. And the one line he said that I did enjoy was the fact that he said, not everybody can sign to WWE, not everybody can sign to AEW, so we need more territories, which is pretty much the basis of Shot in the Dark, is to kind of cover all these territories like NWA, Ring of Honor, MLW, and so on. So, yeah, I definitely agree with him. More territories, more promotions, more talent to kind of go out there and shine and make a name for themselves. That's it for this week. I'm heading out to Chicago, so I will be here next week for Shot in the Dark. It might be later than usual, but I will definitely have a 15 minutes or less recap of all the shows, including the AEW Dark shows from Chicago that I'll probably be checking out. So, that's it. You guys can catch me here next week for another episode of Shot in the Dark.